All right, we're going to have a fun video today. We're going to look at the reworks for Nobu and Kingpin and Taskmaster and Green Goblin, along with Mr. Negative in this new team that is going to be for War Offense. It's called Underworld. Now, before I get into it, I want to say that all the information in today's video was provided by the developers. So it's hard for me to have a strong opinion about any of this because I really don't know what to think about the footage that we have here. You're going to see they're playing up against Dormhold with Dormammu. And I will tell you a couple things, and this is probably true for all of Scopely character releases, is there's the intention of what the designers and the developers wanted it to do. Then there's the way that the kit reads. So we're going to go through and read all the text, and we're looking at all the changes and things like that. And then the last thing, which I have no clue, is actually how it works in game. I actually don't know because I personally did not get to test any of this. They haven't given me enough footage that's compelling one way or another about anything because this is actually footage right here of them losing. And the footage is hard to understand. I know that the team that is on offense is level 75. I can't tell if the defense is level 75 also. The number looks like it's more like they're level 90. I can't, not enough information, and they're supposed to be very strong. Now, before we get into the kits, so we're going to read all the kits. Mind blown on this. What the developer said, oh yeah, this is a war offense team, and Underworld should be able to punch across against teams like Dormhold and Dormhold. And I was like, okay, that's cool and everything like that. Can I play it? Nope. Can you give me footage? Oh, we'll try to get you some footage. They never got footage of that actually happening. So it's like, do we believe them or not? And I don't believe them. Like it's too bonkers to say, hey, go out and punch across. Now, this is the problem with punch across, right? Is what team do you personally have the most developed in your entire roster? For me, it's going to be Dormhold, right? They're all maxed out as high as I could possibly take them, right? And for this team to be successful and work, they have to punch across, meaning I'm going to have to take all of these characters, like, you know, and just on this idea that maybe they'll be able to punch across. I don't know. So I'm really skeptical of all of this. So, and then the second thing is, does anybody care about war offense? Like, how much do they need war offense? You know, do you really want to have war offense? Now, the team does look good. I'd actually be pretty happy if they were able to, I think this is over. Yeah, so much for this compelling footage of them. Now, I do have more footage right here, and this is for Heroes for Hire. We're not going to watch all of this, but they were able to punch across and on Heroes for Hire. But here's the thing is I feel like we have enough solutions for that already. So that's not really a thing. We've already got Dark Hunters. So this is what I'm going to suggest for everybody watching this video is we're going to go over the kits. You can get excited about it. That's fine. I would wait and see what happens when this team comes out and wait for actual real world footage from the Krakens and the whales, the people that are willing to upgrade this team so that you don't have to. And then you can make a decision for yourself if this is actually worth it for you. But I would definitely take a wait and see on this right here. But the information here today, where it's speculation, I'm not recommending anybody to go crazy and upgrade all of these characters. I'm not recommending that at all. I'm recommending that this team looks like it has promise and maybe it'll be something amazing. But for right now, I would definitely just wait and see because this footage is not good. It doesn't give a reason why it should or shouldn't work and a reason to buy it and go crazy. I mean, these guys right here are 53,000 where the other, and they would no red star. We don't know the stats on this. We don't know anything on this footage. It's like I said, it's developer provided. So let's just get into the kits and we're going to read the kits. Unfortunately, I just don't think there's much information there to make a decision. Updated characters, Green Goblin. Green Goblin stat increase, health stat by 15%, damage by 40%, armor by 20%, focus stat by 60%, resistance stat by 25%. Also, how much should we read into these stats? And the reason why I say that is if we go back and look at Kingpin gets an armor stat increase of 100%. 110% of what? He had 0 armor before. What does that number even mean? And I asked that to the developer. What do these numbers actually mean? He says, well, his armor just lands in the middle now. He's gonna have average armor. So how can we even understand what these, like, damage increases by 62%, armor stat increase, 110% of 0 is still 0. So, like, none of these numbers may actually, how are we supposed to interpret these numbers when we have, like, numbers like that? They could just throw out a number like 110%. It blows my mind. All right, so let's start off with Green Goblin. And we get health, 15% damage, 40% armor, 20% focus, 60% resist by 25%. His special attack. Now, his special attack I like very much. Attack the most injured enemy with stealth for 480% damage, plus do a bonus attack for 500% damage. And what I was thinking about with this was mostly for Dormammu, because Dormammu goes into stealth when he drops below 50%. And so this will allow you to get to him and probably kill him off. If no targets have self-attack primary target for damage, but it does nearly double damage, basically, if they have stealth. Attack deals 50% additional damage per positive effect on the target. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. It's unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Very good. Then his ultimate, which you throw out the fire bombs and hit multiple targets or at random. Now it'll hit 5 random targets, which is kind of nice. If you've got one person on the field, it'll just hit that one person 5 times. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, it looks like it's a total of 6 times. Primary target and then 5 more random targets. Very good. His passive, they expanded it to have the Underworld tag. On any Spider-Verse or Underworld ally's turn, remove 1 positive effect from 2 random enemies that have a positive effect but does not have Safeguard. It's fantastic. On War Offense, if Mr. Negative is ally, gain 350% extra focus for this action. So, as you know, there's a resistance problem in this game right now where there's a certain team out there, Dormhold, that just has ridiculous resistance numbers. So hopefully we can get through it with that number right there. Heroes for Hire also has very high resistance numbers as well. But it looks like this is kind of nice because they take into account Safeguard and it kind of works around Safeguard. On spawn, apply defense down for 2 turns. Enemy with the most resistance. This attack cannot be resisted. On War Offense, if Mr. Negative is an ally on spawn, apply defense down to all enemies. If enemy is Mystic, apply defense down for 2 turns. This attack cannot be resisted. And then right here, gain max health. On War Offense, gain 30% armor for self and all Underworld allies. Taskmaster right here. Increase base health stat by 20%, damage 30%, armor by 15%, focus by 10%. His basic attack does more damage. Transfer 3 positive effects, excluding taunt, from primary target to self. Very nice. His special does more damage and it gains extra focus. If this character has 3 or more Underworld allies, this attack cannot be counterattacked. Now, his ultimate looks like bonkers now. It really does. Attack all enemies for 300% damage. Apply blind and heal block to primary target and 2 random secondary targets. In War, instead, apply blind and heal block to all enemies. This is huge. Apply blind and heal block to all enemies. Apply bleed to 2 turns for all enemies. Bonus attack, all targets with bleed for piercing. If this character has 3 or more non-summoned Underworld allies, gain extra focus for this ability. So this looks like it's going to be a very good ability. Let's go down to his passive. Basically, gain assist now for mercenary or Underworld allies turn. And basically, this is very, very interesting. I think I want to put Skirmisher on him and maybe try to take advantage of a Skirmisher Striker combo, because he's going to kind of be assisting all the time. And you can see that in the footage that he's almost always going kind of like the Nebula of this team. Gain 20% chance to counterattack per mercenary or Underworld ally. So again, then check this out. Gain 30% damage. Underworld allies gain 30% damage. So he's going to give 30% more damage. Now, in War, on spawn, filled speed bar for herself and all mercenary villain and Underworld allies by 10% plus 10% per mercenary or Underworld ally. Fantastic. On turn, if this character has 2 or more mercenary villain or Underworld allies, apply taunt to enemy with the highest damage. Unavoidable. Gain extra focus for this. Assist allies on non-attack abilities. gain 25% damage and Underworld allies. So this is amazing. Like, this looks very, very, very strong, and it looks like it's going to be very good on war. And I imagine this is going to be a top tier war offense team. Whether or not it can beat Darkhold or Dormhold, we will have to see. Like I said, I'm unwilling to predict that. All right, Kingpin getting a lot of stat increases. Damage by 62%, armor 110%. I don't know how they come to that number when it was 0 before, but they told us that it would be somewhere in the middle of the pack. Increased base resist stat by 28%, and then his speed, he was horrifically slow, so he's going to get a 42% speed increase. His basic attack is going to have a barrier mechanic, which I believe he's going to be a good candidate for Fortifier ISO 8 because of his passive. If this character has 3 or more non-summon Underworld allies, gain 15% crit chance, plus 15% crit chance for each non-summon Underworld ally. On crit, barrier self for 10% of this character's max health. And that's going to tie in with his passive, which we're going to read here in a minute. His special, summon 3 bodyguards. Bodyguards gain time and 2 death proof when summoned. He's also going to spawn with a bodyguard, which we'll read in his passive as well. On war offense, apply safeguard to self and all Underworld allies. His ultimate now will apply offensive for 2 turns to self and all allies. Gain assist from a random Underworld ally and a gain assist from a random ally. Very good. Now his passive right here, on spawn, summon a bodyguard. So he's going to summon with a bodyguard. And then Mr. Negative will also summon with one of the summons. So there's basically, you're going to come into battle with 7. On spawn, summon a bodyguard. Bodyguard gains taunt and 2 death proof when summoned. On this character's or any villain's ally's turn, 50% a chance to apply assist now to random or self random allies. So there's going to be a ton of assists between Taskmaster and Kingpin. They're just going to be everywhere. Really, they're going to be everywhere. At the end of this character's turn, if this character has barrier, apply speed up and offense up to all summon Underworld allies. So this right here means to me that it would probably makes most sense for him to have the Fortifier. So I'm going to put Fortifier on him, and hopefully that'll help a lot. On attack, fill this character in all summon ally speed bars by 20%. Oof, you don't want to hit him early. Probably want to take him out last. Gain focus. Underworld allies gain focus, and then gain resistance. Underworld allies gain 60% resistance. Now, mercenary bodyguards, this applies just to the summons. Nobu, who's been useless forever, it seems like. Health stat by 60%, damage by 30%, armor by 51%, focus by 25%, resistance by 25%. His basic attack now does more damage, applies bleed, applies stealth to self and most injured ally. So he can just pop this off with the basic attack. Gain an assist from a random hand or Underworld ally. Fantastic. His special now will summon 3 hand ninjas with offense up and regeneration. Clear all negative effects from self. And then the possible summons, we had Blade Maester, a hand archer, and they're going to get stat boosts increase as well, which will only apply to the summons. It won't apply to the characters in game. His ultimate now will apply counter to self and all allies, deflect to self and all allies. On war offense, apply 2 death proof to self and all allies. Now his passive now will add the Underworld tag right here. It'll say all hand and Underworlds have a 10% chance to revive with 20% max health. This is going to be kind of annoying because this is also applied to all the summons as well. All other allies gain 5% chance to revive with 15% of max health. So they're going to be coming back all the time. On war offense, if this character, any hand ally or any Underworld ally has counter, those characters gain 50% crit chance. Boy, Raiders are going to probably be very important. So if they have counter, they're going to have a much higher crit chance. If this character, any hand ally or any Underworld ally has stealth, those characters gain 20% crit damage. So this combination of counter and stealth will add crit chance and crit damage, making Raider very important. These stat increases right here for hand Blade Master and hand Archer are not for the characters in game. It's just for the summons that are come from Nobu. Again, just to recap, I think that this will probably be a very important war offense team. My suggestion is to proceed cautiously until you see videos of other people using this team effectively. there's going to be somebody out there that maxes out this team, and we will find out from them. And I definitely will make videos about that if this team is going to be a strong Dormhold, Darkhold counter. Even if it, for me, if it becomes a good counter to, let's say, Hero as Guardians, which I'm not sure that it will, because all the summons may be creating just food for Thor. We'll have to see. But we're going to have to see if how this team's going to play out. So proceed cautiously. But I'm optimistic that this will give us a new tool, because right now War is very defense heavy, and Dormhold and Darkhold and Darkhold with Red Guardian are very problematic teams. And with the Gamma teams coming out, I imagine it's going to get a lot worse if the Gammas start going on defense. So let me know what you think in the comment section. If you're going to jump in and boost this team up right away. I know I'm going to hold back and wait and see and test it out some more. I want to play it, and I want to see how it works out. I know the developers made a comment that they said that they wanted this team to beat Darkhold and Dormhold. And so I hope that this is not Skill Military 2.0 in a sense that people upgrade this team and then they feel disappointed. I'm not suggesting anybody upgrade this team, because I think you're setting yourself up for disappointment if you do that. But on the other hand, I feel like that there's a possibility that they would rework this team and retune the team to make sure that it actually does what they wanted it to do. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.